Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando
O inglês do rádio.
I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Okay, so in the article we've been talking about 6 reasons why Brazilians don't speak English properly, the author claims that there's a solution to this problem. That's interesting. I wonder what the solution is. He suggests that the solution is to get a private tutor. He said that is what worked for him, and honestly, I agree. I have worked as a private tutor for years, and really, it is one of the most effective ways to learn a language or to learn any skill for that matter. But from my point of view nowadays, there are 2 or 3 big problems with private tutoring. First is the obvious one, money. Hiring a private tutor is expensive. A normal teacher in Brazil will cost more or less 70 or 80 reais per hour. If you want to really hire a trained professional that has a specialization in a certain topic, that is going to cost you a lot more. It can be more than 200 reais per hour. And I think I don't even need to say this, but that is a shit ton of money, and most Brazilians cannot afford that option. So, the first problem with private one on one tutoring is price, money. We don't have enough money, and just the economics of the business does not work. The second problem that I see is a lot of students become dependent on private tutors. So many times, a lot of times actually, students approach language learning like it is something that just happens once a week. But it doesn't work like that. Language learning is a constant, consistent, creative process that literally never stops. You will never just wake up one day and think, huh, now I am fluent in English. It is a never ending experience. And that's cool. All of the best things in life take time, but you need someone to guide you along that experience and push you in the right direction. Finally, private tutoring is a little bit inconvenient both for the student and for the teacher. So believe me, I was a private tutor for years and years, and I have also hired a number of private tutors during my studies. So for the teacher, it is basically a disaster. I remember very well, I remember it like it was yesterday, waking up at 5:30 a.m. in Rio de Janeiro, getting on the metro, going to the centro, going back home, getting on the bus, going to Baja, and then my student cancels their class for later that night. So at first, it might seem like 70 reais is a lot of money to pay a private tutor, but I promise that teacher is doing a lot more. They're doing a lot more work behind the scenes than just arriving at your house and teaching you for an hour. And for the student, it's not super convenient as well. You have to deal with the teacher's schedule. Many times they can be unreliable. You have to go to work. You have kids. You have a family. You want to have a social life. It's hard to plan English classes in advance and maintain a fixed, reliable schedule. Okay, so just to summarize my thoughts, because I'm rambling a little bit here, um, private tutoring. So we need a cheaper option other than private tutoring because the economics of private tutoring are very difficult and out of reach for most Brazilians nowadays. We also need something that keeps you motivated, not just once a week, not just for a few months, but for years. It's a long term solution that we need. And we need this solution to be convenient and flexible. So, in the next episode, I will talk about what I think some possible solutions could look like and perhaps what I hope the future of English in education will become in Brazil one day. Maybe. I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Até já já.